episode of Not a Great Whisperer, where we interview ordinary people living extraordinary lives. I'm your host, Katy Rey, a fierce leader in the community, empowering you to own your story and embrace everything you are. I have these two amazing women, Alibaba, which is her rapper name, and Eileen, Nina G, which is her rapper name. We're not sure why. But you two are just, first of all, I love that you are partners in life forever, but also both of your energies are so fantastic and so beautiful to see and watch. And you inspire me all the time. And I love that we met. Thank you for joining.
My heart is beating.
Wow. I can feel it.
Love beats. Love beats for Katy Rey by Nina G.
It does have a good sound, though. What is she?
Nina G.
Damn it, she's good.
Yes, I used to work on MTV. Nina G.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, you're the curators of The Good Life. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zest Zone. That's my jam.
Yeah, that's us.
My oil ladies, too.
Oh,
They'll
thank
tell me
you.
what to do. You let me know.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, thyroid, okay. Ba-da-da. Here's an article. Here's this. I'm like, thank you. I love you.
Well, I like to serve.
I know. So who are you? If I were to meet you on the street, you have a 30-second elevator pitch about you. Who are you?
You want to take that one?
Wow.
30 seconds.
Well, we can take it together.
Okay, we'll take it together.
Even though she tells me I talk too much. So you can
Does
give me a little elbow.
No, she says, I talk too much.
Oh.
No, you don't.
So we are two women who have known each other for over 30 years, have worked together for over 30 years. We're partners in life, love, business, both in the pursuit of a joyful life and helping others to get there.
We're spirited. We're high energy. Yeah. We are passionate. We are Nina G and Alli B. Sorry. I'll get back on track. Okay.
No, she's great. We got to laugh. This isn't a serious interview. Are you crazy? Us three in a room? Yeah, right. This can't be serious. But you do embody all of that. I like people that walk the walk, talk the talk. You know, I don't like people that are just like, this is what we do. You do the work every day. And I think it's beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
You're very real and genuine. That's
Thank
my
you.
jam.
I think it's because it's not what we do, it's who we are.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all about being. And I don't think we could have it any other way because I'd be bored. I'd be upset. I'd be frustrated if I just couldn't be myself. And we get to be really raw and real with each other.
Yeah, and our businesses have come out of who we are. It's not that we wanted to do something and then created it.
Yeah.
It just,
Who we are.
flourished. Yeah.
Yeah. Being in that, how many kids do you have? Two. And living that like corporate life and like, how did you feel then where you know that moment where you knew you could help others get out of that kind of position where the corporate life and just knowing who you are inside, but having this like different type of life? Like when did you know? Like what was your moment?
I'll jump in first. For me, I got in trouble a lot in the corporate world because I acted as though I was already an entrepreneur, you know, which really can work for you, but it can work against you sometimes. So I always acted like I had my own agency. When we met, we were both in corporate life. We acted as if we ran our own damn agency inside the building. And I've always been in a position of moving others forward, either by coaching them, leadership, cultural changes within a company. So it was always about moving the needle to something better. And I feel like I was born for that. And so for me to leave, and I've been on my own for 20 years. And so it was easy to walk out and say, no, I'm already doing it. I'm just going to do it on my own. So
Isn't it crazy to look back like a whole nother life?
Oh, absolutely. Right? Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. And for you?
And for me, I stayed longer at the company Eileen and I started working together in, and I stayed longer, and it was great. And so I believe you stay put until it's not right for you anymore. And when it's not right, you have to be self-aware enough to realize it's time to go. And I had stayed through 4 mergers in the company I was working in, and it kept getting better and better, and it was really exciting. And when I could no longer be my creative self, because of one corporate change too many. I knew it was time to go, and it was an opportunity for Ilene and I to work together again, full time.
When did you
And that
both
was
fall
exciting.
in love?
Ooh, when did we fall in love?
So it was me first, and I had no idea what was happening.
Eileen just had you answer because she was waiting.
I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, and I had no idea it was happening either.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm, stupid, but there's a place where when you're, and I don't know that this is only true for women, but that's what I know. There's a place where when you're working with somebody and it's really exciting work, and it's creative, and it's we called it creative abrasion. When there's really a spark there, and you can't wait to get to work in the morning, and you're so energized about what you're doing, it's hard to know the difference between, am I just intellectually completely stimulated, or is there something more there?
It was intoxicating working together. So I like to say that we really had kind of an emotional affair and an intellectual affair. It was so exciting. I couldn't wait for Monday mornings. And we did some groundbreaking work, and it was so exciting and so fun and so high energy. And you could cut that energy with a knife. So I think we fell deeply in like as business partners and colleagues. And then as time passed and the opportunity was there, and here we are.
And boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
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 Yeah.
And scene.
And it's Bodie, right? The dog.
Bodie's our dog.
Bodie. Yeah, and look at that beautiful thing.
My voice changes when I talk about Bodie.
I love that. And how was that? Because I come from a father who came out when he was in his 40s. And I adore my story now, but it was a really hard couple of years in that transition part for my dad and my mom separating. How was that for your kids and Alli being a part of that? Like, how did that?
It was really, it was beautiful. I didn't tell the kids at the same time. My daughter's 2.5 years older, and she was, about 12 or 13 when we had the conversation. And Alli always said, you'll know exactly when to tell them. You'll know what to say. You'll know when to say it. And we were moving into a new town, and, high school and middle school for my son. And so just, they were at a critical age. And so I told my daughter first, and my daughter, who's cool as heck and bohemian and just a beautiful soul, old soul, kind of knew. She's like, Mom, I know. And she was really wonderful, though. And her first question was, who else in the family is gay? That was her first question.
Tell me all the things.
Yeah. And second question
was, this is really wild and crazy, but are you going to wear tie-dye? And it's a crazy question, and I laughed at it.
I think she kind of saw it as like you're doing something free-spirited, and you're going to be doing rainbow stuff, and it's the tie-dye thing.
Wild?
So.
Awesome. My best friend in 7th grade said, "Oh, so your dad's going to shop with us now?" Because all we saw was queer eye for the straight guy. I was really only like gay person, and I was just like, I guess. That's all I answered. I was like, I don't know. I don't understand the question, but maybe we will. I was like, where does that come from?
Well, from the mind of a child and how they're socialized and what they're watching on TV.
Yes, I know.
And
tie-dye.
And it was actually Avril Lavigne was on the radio, and I was driving my daughter home.
Yeah.
And she said, Avril Lavigne is bisexual. And I said, I know. And I thought, okay, door just opened. Yeah. So, and we ended up, talking to her that day. With my son, took a little bit longer and in time. But when I sat with him, he was like, he said he understood. And I really wanted to talk to him in a way that he could understand.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use labels. And
I know.
So, and he said, can I go back and play with my Xbox now? So it was
I'm done
like,
with this
that's what, I'm done.
Can
So we always
stop?
thought, well, we think he got it. He was young, but he did. He
Yeah,
did.
he was 2 years younger than your daughter.
2.5 years, yeah. And they get it. They get it from where they are, where they sit. And it's been really a beautiful journey. Never a question, never a problem.
Because you've been together now for 30 years?
No, we've been working together for 30 years.
years.
We've been together as a couple since 2002.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
21
21.
years.
I was
21.
like 21.
Yeah. Okay,
Math is hard. Math is hard.
yeah.
Nina
I'm better.
Nina G's not into math. Nina
I'm better
G's
at
not.
English.
That's really great. And what's your favorite part about working with clients? Oh, we do have to bring up the mocktail thing you're doing because I love that.
Our favorite thing
But
about
favorite thing with clients.
Yeah. Again, I think, well, for me, I think it's just really moving the needle, like really getting in, finding out what are you up to, what are your challenges, what's in the way of you really living a joyful life. And today, I think most people, and we work with a lot of entrepreneurs, most people are like, joy. Who's got time for joy? I'm the CFO or the CEO, and I'm doing everything, and I have kids, and I got to get home and cook dinner. I don't have time for joy. So I love to just kind of be there.
Do you ever have to fire, as coaches and consultants, it's like, do you ever have to be like, you're not ready to people and not turn them away as in you don't want to serve them, but if they're just not ready to find the joy?
Well, that's not that they're not ready. It's that they might not be coachable, which means I guess they're not ready. Yeah. So, I think some people.
Yeah, we have a process. We spend time before we start working with people to kind of get a sense of where they are so that when we do start working, we can,
jump in.
Right. Yeah.
And you can get a sense. Sometimes we might not be right for them, so you want to get a sense if we're right for them, they're right for us. And that's when we talk about it.
Yeah. And what are you working on right now?
Right now, we are.
Well, interestingly, may I jump on this one?
Please, jump in.
So, it's like, what are we not working on right now? I think I'd like to do that. And it's something that we want to share with our clients and others. There's this year-end thing that happens, particularly for entrepreneurs, where you look at the year and you look at the 4 quarters and you look at your business and you look at your bank account and you start thinking about next year and planning. And then there's the holidays and there's, Christmas and gift buying and party planning and decorations and all the stuff that comes that's stressful. It's stressful. It's not all, sitting by the fire with chestnuts roasting. It's there's a lot. And so we have sunk into something very different. We canceled our holiday party or decided not to do it at all. And we just want to really enjoy each other in the season with the underlying knowledge and belief that things will carry on. Nothing's going to break if you just slow down.
And what we're
slow
seeing,
down, enjoy the present.
It is a present.
It is a present. And that ends up leaving you stronger to go into the new year than just going, really fast and not enjoying friends, family in the moment.
So along those lines, we're hearing that from clients and potential clients. It's like they're frustrated, they're stressed out, they're not sleeping, and the body knows it's the end of the year, the old circadian rhythm, but we don't treat it that way. And so we are slowing people down. We're checking in on people. We're finding out what's going on, and helping to address stuff to kind of peacefully and powerfully and healthily end 2023 so that they can refuel for 2024. I'm curating a panel right now of 6 people to talk about exactly this.
Yeah.
It'll be December 12th.
Oh,
it's
I
for
love
Girl
it.
Boss.
Oh, I love it. I think I was just talking about this, how we never saw women around in my family slow down. And so now I make it a point to be like, no, mom needs to rest to the girls or my son. And I'm just like, no, you should always take your downtime. We never saw it. It was always go, 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 go. You either have to be the best mom or the best career woman or both and never take a break and sacrifice everything. And it was just so much. And I'm like, no, I will not be that visual anymore.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Good
I
girl.
love that you're doing that.
Yeah.
So far,
Well, if we're going to walk the talk, then we have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
And still, too, even though we're very aware of it, there's that thought that creeps in of, am I being lazy?
Productive.
There's that guilt thing. There's stuff to do. Shouldn't I be doing more? And even when we think about it every day of the year, it still creeps in.
Yeah, it's that guilt. Like, oh, I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be productive.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not making a difference. I'm not serving others because I took a break for myself. Yeah. It's a horrible thing you have to fight. But I love that you're doing it and you're aware of it and you're real about it because it's a conversation that needs to be talked about more. Rest is never a part of anybody's goals.
Never.
Ever.
No. And self-care has become to be defined as going to a spa,
a nails,
getting a massage, and those are all wonderful, wonderful things. But at the very base of it, the best self-care you can give to yourself is just stopping during the course of the day and having a cup of tea. Pick up a book and read. Just do something really easy. Doesn't cost anything. Nothing's going to break. Nothing bad is going to happen.
Hallie, the tea, though.
She doesn't like tea.
I'm like Ted Lasso.
Would you like coffee?
It's just hot brown garbage water. I'm just kidding.
What do you like? Coffee?
I'll have a cup of coffee. Not in the middle of the day. But yes, I'll have some tea if it's the middle of the day. I do appreciate that.
You come to our house at 4 p.m. and we'll do a little tea ceremony.
All right. I'll do it. It's done. The date is it's in the universe. It's over. It's done. We're doing it. So you have that you're working on about rest. What you're kind of not pitching, I wouldn't say, but what you're doing at the end of the year so other people can kind of jump on board, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's like just settle in your soul. And again, if we're going to focus on joy, then we have to kind of end the year, end the cycle, really take a look at what we've been through and what will it take, what are we up in order to get to what we're up to in 2024. So
yeah, and then every year we go through a process. We take our clients through it, but we go through it as well, and have for a long time, to look at where we are and remember who we are and what we call them the pillars of our life. But it's so easy when you're in business to only think about that and spend 95% of your time thinking about
business.
Work. And then all the other to-dos of life, but to think about the cultural side of our life, the friend side of our life,
family,
spiritual side of our life. And we kind of do a report card on ourselves of where we are and remind ourselves of where we want to go, and then come up with a strategic plan
a blueprint.
Make sure a blueprint for ourselves, because it's our guiding light for the coming year.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect example of you doing the work, because you do it with your clients, and it's a perfect example. We met at a networking event for St. Pete Girl Bosses, and I had a shirt on that said, "Manifest that shit." And Eileen walks up to me and is like, we're leaving, but I need to know more about you.
Yeah.
Just from that.
Oh.
And now the rest is history.
The rest is history. And that's what we were saying on the way in that I wanted to hold until the show started. But we said, this is going to be fun. We don't really know where we're going no agenda. But we love her, right? We do. Right? We love you, and we want to support you.
Yeah.
And we love what you're doing and what you're about. I knew 5 minutes after we met. Did we not know?
Yeah, it was good.
We knew.
And we went to coffee. Allie ditched us that day, but we had a great...
it was
it
so
ended up
great.
being like a 3-hour coffee.
But, we were it was like sisters who hadn't seen each other in a long time, or college roommates who hadn't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah,
or
we would have fun
we
in
have an
college.
extra bedroom. Just move in.
Just move in. It's over. It's done. We'll do a blueprint of all of our lives. I do love that you always... I think it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people and just loving people. One of the things I want to bring up is the wedding event. I need that, the one you had in
Provincetown.
Yes.
Bride Pride.
Yes. Bring it up, because I want it to be here so bad.
So does Allison.
So bad.
So do I.
Yeah, she has been talking about. So Bride Pride was conceived by us in Provincetown, Massachusetts. We used to be innkeepers up at the tip of Cape Cod for almost 7 or so years.
So cool, right?
And it was so fabulous living there. And so we were looking for a way to bring more women into town during the season. And because we have worn a marketing hat before and all kinds of other hats, we were kind of cut out to do that. And so it all happened because we wanted to renew our vows. But so instead of just having a small ceremony, we decided to invite every woman on the planet. And we called it Bride Pride. We got great sponsors. We got Tomboy X. And we got
Curve Magazine
and Go Magazine. And it was a phenomenal event. And we had the world's largest all-girl wedding and renewal ceremony. We did it 2 years in a row. We had it first at our home in our beautiful front yard. And then we did it again at the Provincetown Monument, which is this amazing, amazing, iconic building.
Yeah, we went into this creative frenzy and just kept thinking about what we could do to make it really special for people to come to Provincetown and get married. And a lot of people said, why do you want to do this? Gay people can get married anywhere now. And we said, true, but it's not safe everywhere.
It's legal, but it's not safe.
Exactly.
And for people that don't know, Provincetown is like a mecca for the LGBTQ community. It's a beautiful place. And people in states, a lot of southern states, Midwestern states that came, were amazed at how welcome they were because all of the local businesses participated. And we wanted to create a wedding-like, kind of left-leaning wedding style, but, everything from parties the day before to a ride down Provincetown's Main Street, Commercial Street.
In a bus after everybody was married. It was amazing.
To gifts and photo sessions so that people got married, they left with wedding photos. It was like an incredible wedding experience for, $150 or something like that. They had this amazing experience.
Yeah.
And people that got married or renewed their vows are still connected today. There's a Facebook page where people are still connected.
We connect with them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we check in with everybody.
I love it.
So yes, we would love to do something here in
I
this
would
area.
love it.
I love it.
You would love it.
I also think it would bring, whenever you bring up Florida in general, it's such a hateful thing. Like my family in New York or whatever, they're just like, what's going on in Florida?
Yeah.
And you're just like, but wait, there are good people. And I know there's a good community here. It's like, it would just like highlight it. But again, it's that safety piece,
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful project. It's really a passion project.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think the timing, given the state of things, is really good to do it. And our first was in 2016. And then we did it in 2017. We did it in October, which happens to be Women's Week in Provincetown the first time. We did it for the second year, and we actually had women who wanted to be a part of it get in touch with us personally and ask if we could do it sooner because they were afraid that gay marriage would be rescinded. So, it was a strong political statement.
Yeah, we responded quickly.
We led with love, but it was really kind of a strong statement.
I love it.
And I think that would really do well here in Florida.
And we also, from a philanthropy standpoint, we donated a portion of the dollars to Cyndi Lauper's 40 to None program, which is now called
True Colors.
True Colors.
True Colors.
Yeah,
I love just watching you do this.
We're thinking here. So
it takes two brains to kind of.
Well, it's interesting. 40% of all homeless youth are gay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty high percentage, and Alli was
one of them.
One of them.
So it's a cause and an organization near and dear to my heart, and it just felt really good to support that.
Love it. Taking all that in. Love you both.
Thank you
so
for
much.
taking us back. We love you back.
I love that story about you too. Like it just
Thank you.
every time I hear it, it's like new, but it's not. I've heard it, but I love it. So where can we find you? What's the next thing that you all are always excited. You're just good people. You wake up. What do you do to inspire each other every day? Not each other or yourself, maybe.
Wow. Well, that's a daily thing for us. What do we do to inspire each other? We start the day talking.
Very early.
We talk so much.
It's incessant.
Yeah, it's crazy. In fact, one night I asked Eileen, how many words do you think we've said over time? It's like crazy.
We really tried to figure it out.
We start our day with...
I could have learned how to speak Italian and French in the hours that I've spent talking to her, but it's endless.
You probably could be a doctor right now.
I could be a doctor.
But we start the day with, how do you want the day to feel? So that kind of starts it, because I do think it's a daily practice to stay inspired.
Yeah, it is.
To make sure that each of us is getting what we're looking for from the day.
And we really do only what we love. I learned that lesson early on. We do what we love or we don't do it.
Yeah.
And we just have great days together. We really know, we live each day as though it were our last. And that doesn't mean spending money and traveling every day. It just means just moving through the day and doing what you love. And if we don't, we catch each other. And we have a conversation about it. So I think it's just really very basic.
Of course you have a conversation about it.
Well, yeah. So, we have a conversation. Yeah, so that's what we do. We're up to some fun stuff for next year. We're planning a retreat like everybody else. And but we like to think of it as kind of a retreat from the typical retreats that you see a lot, and which they're fabulous. They're wonderful.
Next year?
2024. We're really in kind of a brainstorming. We're noodling right now.
They're noodling.
We're noodling.
We're noodling, and it's going to be a joy camp.
Don't do it February 25th.
No, we're coming to your event on February 25th.
But
I want to get early bird
to
tickets.
see what the retreat's about.
Yeah, so it's called Joy Camp. So I mean that in and of itself.
It's done. It's over. It's
you know what it's like.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
In fact, it's sold out already. It's already sold out. Thank you for tuning in.
Where can we find? Oh, we didn't bring this up, but Alli, your sobriety journey and mocktail. I love what you're doing with that.
Thank you.
It's hard for me to get into mocktails because sugar, but I love that you're not like you're making it like a healthy alternative instead of like when you go to a bar and they're like, yeah, we put simple syrup in and threw some lime in it. And you're like, no, thank you. No, I don't need a diabetic coma or anything. But I love what you're doing. So definitely bring up that IG page too. I think I don't mind that sobriety is trending.
Yeah.
You know, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with this trend because I feel like people are finally just feeling better. I've only been like 7 months not drinking, but it's really just because I'm on a journey of feeling my best and, my energy is ridiculous. So it's like, I just want to like nurture that. Yeah. And I enjoy seeing your little recipes.
Yeah, that's it for me too. It's feeling my best. And when I feel best in this way, Eileen feels a lot better too.
Yes, so true, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's, it fits in well with an arm of our business, which is working with essential oils. The mocktails that we create and started creating at our inn are healthy, pure, energizing. They have kind of a secret dose of side benefits.
Yeah, so cool.
Like dopamine, like oxytocin, like
they're beautiful.
serotonin.
You don't have to snort
endorphins.
It. And it's so great.
Yeah. It's all free.
Yeah.
That part. The benefits are free.
I love that. I think it's a cool journey for you. And I love that you do multiple things, both of you, because how people are always like, no, you have to have a niche. No, you can only work with one set of people. No, you can only do, and you're just like, I'm a person that's like, no. I just want to help every single person I meet. So I love that you do that and continue to do it because it inspires me to just keep moving.
Thank you.
Moving and grooving. Where can I find you both? Don't give your address. Just your address.
No. So you can find us on Instagram at the Zest Zone. You can also find us at the Motivated Mocktail.
I love that.
And that's where I talk a lot about the mocktails and the sober life. The Zest Zone, we talk more about living a joyful life. We have another one called at Zest Talk, which is about the geeky side of the science of essential oils and plant-based medicine.
She really wanted to call it Zest Geek.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where you can find us.
We want to share what you wanted to name it, but I didn't allow
it. Didn't work, but I wanted you to know, she is real geeky about essential oils. I'm getting more geeky about them.
Yeah.
You are.
They're great.
Well, I'm in love with them, so they're life-changing.
Well,
that's what the G stands for. Nina Geek.
Yes!
Nina Geek.
Nina G.
You can also find these beautiful women on Not a Great Whisperer podcast and KatyRey.com. Ilene and Allison, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katy.
Oh, this is beautiful. We love you.
We love you.